Hey, and welcome into Vinny Rotino Baseball Academy. This is the channel where we are looking at swings. We're breaking down swings that you guys send in to us. We're also looking at prospects from around the state and also around the country and doing some breakdowns on those guys as well. Really just a channel where we can just talk baseball and it's all, free. I like to think of it as an opportunity to, kind of pick up some things about the game, some little nuances that I've learned over the last 20 years or so in the game of professional baseball. So I'm glad you're joining me. Please remember to subscribe, helps me out. Do all that stuff. So before I go any further, I want to let you know that the channel is brought to you by Maggie Rotino Real Estate. My wife Maggie and her little brother Ricky Kuiper have joined up and have done a phenomenal job with all of their clients who are in the market to buy or sell. So if you are in the market to buy or sell, please reach out to my wife, Maggie Rotino or Ricky Kuiper, and they can help you out. They do a great job. So, also brought to you by Lockdown Brewers podcast. Dom Catronio and I are breaking things down for the Brewers 5 days a week right now. Now that the lockout has ended and baseball is being played, we're having a blast just talking Brewers and taking a look at the roster and all the different moves that have been happening. And we're just really excited about the season. So make sure you're tuning into that as well. So let's without further ado, we are taking a look at a really talented young player named Bennett. Bennett Rushing. He is a very good athlete. This kid is fast. This kid's body moves really well through the swing, to and through the ball. We're going to take a look at one way that I was able to kind of help him, but he took it upon himself to really kind of drill down on some of these ideas. And again, the way that his base is set up in the swing. So let's take a look at what we did. So we're just going to take a look at both swings. The top swing is the one that we're going to want to try and stay away from. And then the bottom swing is the swing that he really does a great job of implementing what we showed him. So let's just take a look. Both swings, kind of full speed. You can see that top one where he gets that weight way out on that front foot. It was a bad pitch as well. So I'm cherry picking a little bit, but he had a tendency to kind of do that and lunge at the ball. And we're going to take a look at why. So the bottom swing here is the one where he does a great job of staying back, okay, but still traveling forward. And this is a very difficult concept to understand for a lot of people, not just young players like Bennett, but we're going to see how and why and really what's going on with that. Okay. So just to slow it down, what I told him to do is I wanted him to feel like as he gathers back, to continue to maintain pressure into that inside part of that back heel. He has a tendency and had a tendency really just to kind of jump off that backside. And what would happen was he would get that weight way out onto that front foot. And so if a pitch was on the outer part of the plate, and not only that, he would kind of take a step towards the shortstop, kind of stride open as well. So that created a situation where he's reaching for a lot of things. He felt like, I'm sure, well, players that do this feel like they have nothing left and they kind of just have to kind of swing their arms with all their weight out on the front foot. What we tried to get him to do is to, again, maintain that pressure into the inside part of that back heel. As he travels forward to the hitting position, he can then transfer and feel like he's got a lot left in the tank to transfer that weight from back to front. Okay. It's just a matter of, so it's not the old school method and approach would be keep the weight back, stay back. And that created a situation the other way where players are just sitting and spinning. That's in fact what I did in my entire career. I tried to get out of sitting and spinning, but I was very handsy, had strong hands. I was able to kind of make contact with, kind of hit a more line drive hitter, but I never transferred that weight properly. And so this is what we're going to try and continue to help Bennett with is in players like this is to maintain that weight and that pressure into the back foot as they're traveling and transferring that weight to the front. and it's timing critical, but it's also just a feel. And Bennett has felt it a bunch, and he smashes the baseball when he gets there. So this is just something that he's going to continue to improve upon. And you can see on this bottom swing, he does that. So let's get into it a little bit more slow motion. So as you can see right here off the bat, you can see there is more pressure. You can even see there's more pressure kind of into that back leg, into that back foot. Again, he's not going to stay there. He's going to continue to travel back to center. So as he does that, he's going to maintain that pressure. And kind of a key, another key that we told him to do is to go ahead and get a little bit of this is what I'm showing here, a little bit of an inward front hip turn. And that's going to create a situation where he's definitely going to feel that into that inside part of that back heel. Think about it. If you are going to give a little bit of a hip turn, hip tuck, then you're going to automatically have that pressure. It's not going to go to the toe, right? It's not going to go to the back toe. It's going to go to that back heel. And as long as he's in a really good spot where it's going to be on the inside part of that back heel. So a little inward hip turn has really helped him. We've also thrown the idea out to him. We want to go ahead and start with that back toe, the back toe up in the air, literally start where his toes are off the ground, to have him feel what that feels like to have that pressure in the back heel. So now as he goes forward, you can see that he's going to maintain that pressure. On that top swing, you can see right there, see how that pressure leaves? Okay, it's gone. That pressure is gone, and that back leg has no force left, no pressure left. And you can see here, see how much more force, how much more pressure he's got from the top swing to the bottom swing left in the tank. So now, again, I kind of equate this to throwing a punch to these kids, where I'm like, okay, if you were going to throw a punch from this position, where would you feel like you're more powerful to do so, from this bottom swing or this top swing, right? So I know it is very, very subtle, this idea, but when he does it, it's night and day, and he can feel it. Look at how athletic this move is. And that's really all he's got to do, because this kid is talented. And this kid has a lot of ability, natural ability to hit. He smashes the baseball when he does this right. And you can see how level and through the ball that he gets. This is big. This is a big league right here. This position right here that he gets in at contact and just after contact, that's major league quality. I mean, this is a very athletic move to and through the baseball, and this is exactly how you would draw it up. So this top one, you can see, and again, it was a bad pitch, but even on a pitch low and outside, if you maintain that pressure to that back inside part of that back heel, and you're ready to throw that quote unquote punch, you should not be way out on your front foot like he is right here. So I'm just illustrating that with these lines at contact, but it's not really about getting to these positions. It's about having the player feel like and I mean, again, I'm really in awe a little bit of Bennett. And right when I saw him first time I worked with him, he has it is as good as it gets from A to B, from point A to point B, when he does this correctly. So that's where I'm just kind of showing here and just kind of looking at. But so yes, like I said, it's not about the positions that we're getting these kids into. It is about the feelings that they feel. And then you want to ask them feedback. Okay, what are you feeling there? And then we try and just really get something consistent for them so that they can be consistent through practice. And then you can hopefully take it into the games as well. So that's Bennett Rushing. Great job right here. Pleasure working with this kid. Looking forward to seeing how he develops in his game, because he's got all the talent and the tools, and I got to watch him field some ground balls too. The actions are there. So love working with kids like this who are passionate about the game and have doesn't matter the talent level. I love working with all kids, but it's fun to see how good some of these kids do get eventually. So thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys next time.